Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to 13-7, Part 2. This is one of those long multi-step problems. So you will see right here, this is a card that a girl is making. She is putting glitter on the front of the card. And they're telling you that the length is 85 millimeters and the width is 9 centimeters. So the first thing you should be thinking about is, oh, wait a second, that's a problem. Millimeters and centimeters are not the same unit. So you should go back to your notes and my conversion sheets and you will see that centimeters are bigger than millimeters. And you will also see that that 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So you're going to have to eventually do 9 times 10 to get this into millimeters. Again, you want to change the bigger unit to the smaller unit. So you'll see what happens when we change this to millimeters. Okay, so I wanted to show you the card. Now we'll go back to this. So here's the question. Tanisha is making cards by gluing 1 ounce of glitter on the front of the card. So here's the front of the card. She's gluing 1 ounce of glitter. And then making a border out of the ribbon. So here's the border. The border is the perimeter, guys. So the border is this. This is the border of the card, what I'm showing you right here. That's the perimeter, right? So we have the length twice and the width twice, okay? She makes each card with the dimensions shown. The word dimensions, that means length times width. So the dimensions are, right now, the length is 85 millimeters and the width is 9 centimeters. How much ribbon does Tanisha need? That's what they're asking, how much ribbon? So let's see. What quantities are given in the problem? I know you guys we've done this many times. Well, what quantities? Let's see. They've told us there's 9 centimeters is the, actually they're calling this the length and this is the width. It doesn't really matter which is the length and the width. They're calling this the length. So there's 9 centimeters, that's the length, and 85 millimeters is the width. And they also said that they're using 1 ounce of glitter for the front of the card. So if you look over here, 9 millimeters is the length, 85 millimeters is the width, and 1 ounce is the amount of glitter. Okay, what do you need to find? Well, again, when they're asking you what you need to find, you have to go back to the question. See that question mark? It says, how much ribbon does Tanisha need? So that's what I need to find, how much ribbon Tanisha needs. What are the hidden questions which must be answered to solve the problem? Write equations to show how to solve the hidden questions. Okay, well, in order to find out, I'll go back to that in a minute, but in order to find out how much ribbon she needs, we have to go back to this. She's using ribbon for the border. We need to know how much ribbon she needs for the border. That border is perimeter. As you guys know, perimeter is you add all the sides or just take the length, multiply it by 2, take the width, multiply it by 2, and add them together. It's the same thing, right? So what are the hidden questions? Well, in order to find the perimeter, I can't have millimeters and centimeters. Those are different. So I'm going to have to multiply this 9 by 10, as I mentioned before, and then I'm going to have to find the perimeter. So if I multiply this by 10, that gives me 90. So I have 90 here, 90 there, 85 here, 85 there. And then I can either add them all up. I could add up 90 and 90 and 85 and 85, or I could do 90 times 2 because there's this side and I could add that to 85 times 2. This, the top and the bottom, okay? So the answer to this question would be 9 centimeters is equal to how many millimeters? That's the question. That's what I needed to figure out. 9 centimeters is equal to how many millimeters? It's not in here. It's called a hidden question because you won't see that question here at all. So I have to do m equals 9 times 10. Here's the other hidden question. What is the perimeter of the card? It doesn't ask you what the perimeter is, but in order to know how much ribbon she needs, you need to find out the perimeter. So the perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, or as I mentioned, you could just add all the sides. Now let's go down to this question. How much ribbon does Tanisha need? Use math language and symbols to explain how to solve the problem and compute it accurately. Okay, so here's my equation. M equals 9 times 10, that equals 90. So that was my equation, but now I'm solving it. So there's 90 millimeters. So I drew a picture of what this now looks like. 90 millimeters here, 90 millimeters here, 85 millimeters here, 85 millimeters there. So I'm going to do 85 times 2, because there's 2 of them, plus 90 times 2, because there's 2 90s. And I'm going to get my product of that, add them together. These are actually partial products. And I'm going to get my product, which is 350 millimeters. So the answer to this question right here, how much ribbon does Tanisha need, is 350 millimeters. Now you're probably thinking, wait a second, what about the glitter? We don't do anything with that? Well, it says, what information was not needed in the problem? The amount of glitter used. The reason why this is called extra information. We don't care that she's using 1 ounce of glitter on the front of the card. Why don't we care? Because the question only asked, how much ribbon does Tanisha need for the border? She's making a border. So if she's making a border and they want to know how much ribbon she's going to use, I don't care about the front of the card. I only care about the perimeter. Anyway, good luck, guys. And remember, when there are different units, change the bigger one into a smaller one, and then you need to figure out what operation to use. Good luck.